This is how we wrote. So basic Sokl queries with where condition. Where field name operator value. Where field name operator value. Where the field name operator value. So we are writing a Sokl query with field name operator value. Right, boss? Okay. Now, I hope everyone is good with this. Okay. Let us go to the next one. In operator. Let us go to the in operator. So look at this one. First I'll give where city equal to Hyderabad or city equal to Bangalore or city equal to. This is what I give. Same thing can be defined like this. Where city in both the statements are same. If I give city equal to Hyderabad or city equal to Bangalore or city equal to Chennai, same I can give a city in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai. If the value of this field in this group of values, if the value of this field in this group of values, if the value of the field in this group of values, if the value of the field is in this group of values, I repeat, if the value of the field is in this group of values, value of the field in this group of values, return the value. Where city in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai. Now I am giving here. Right. Now let us take another one. Value of this field in this list. Now I have list of string now I'm giving where city in places, where city in places, where city in places, where city in places, where city in places. Now if the value of the city in these places, return the record. Now if it is a variable, we are supposed to give colon. Are you getting my point? If I give in colon S objects. If you are comparing with a list of S objects, only you can compare with ID field. Any one of the ID field like account ID, operator ID, any one of the lookup field or master detail field. I can only compare with ID. If I give colon list of records, I cannot compare with every field. Let us see. To make it clear, let me write a query. Listen carefully. I'm sorry. List of account. Select ID, name, phone from account where industry equal to energy. Now it is a list of records. Then I'm giving list of contact. Where phone in it throws error message. If I give like this, it throws error message. If I give where phone colon accounts, it give error message. Why it will give error message? because you cannot compare a field with a list of S objects. If you are giving a list of S object, it has to be ID field only. Look at this. You cannot give list of phone colon accounts. You cannot compare a field with a list of S objects. Field with a list of S objects. It should be only ID field. Any field which will store ID. Then I told where account ID equal to accounts. Sorry. It is line number 5.
Account ID equal to.
Basically, I have not used in. Fine. Account, okay. First, let me give the mistake was I have not used in. Where phone in. Execute. What is that? Invalid bind expression of account for a column type string. You're trying to compare account with a string field. Phone in accounts. I cannot give a field. I can only give what? ID fields. Where account ID in accounts. Are you getting? So if I'm using a in operator, if I want to compare with a list of record, I can only compare ID field. I can only compare ID field. I can only compare ID field. Now, suppose if you want to compare with a phone number, what will you do? I want to get all the contacts whose phone number is available in the accounts. Then what I will do? Like this, I'm going to write it. List of account. Take one by one account. Phones dot add a dot phones dot add a dot phones dot add a dot phone. I brought all the phone numbers. I can say phone list technically. And I'm giving list of contact. Contact. Where phone in phone list. If I want to compare with any other field, get those field values in a separate list, then compare it. Directly I cannot compare phone in list of account, phone in list of contact, phone in list of leads. I cannot compare. If it is a list of record, I can only compare with the ID field. If you want to compare with any particular field value, then get those field values in a separate list, then compare with that list. Directly we cannot give list of S objects. I hope you are good. People have followed this. Any query from your end? Okay. Now write the Sokl query. Write a all the opportunities whose accounts are now write these two queries. list of where rating equal to what? Where account ID in complete the second one. If you are done with the point, so how did you create? I want to compare the names. List of account. For account A, accounts. Names dot add A dot. Right. Then what I'm doing? List of select ID name where name in. Right, boss.
Satish,
It's a names list, right?
Come again?
It's a names list, right?
Yeah.
Satish,
Yes.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
Uh, the first example of phone list, where we compare the field only. That's why we take this approach. If we in the first example of opportunity, there we create a write a two queries. Select account, select ID name from rating
That's
hot.
called that's called joins. What you want to convey is the joins. Now I'll give you. So here's a query. Why are putting two queries? Why are putting? Now look at this. I told you already. If you are to compare, if you want to use a operator called in, this is called semi-join. If you go with the regular circle query, it is called semi-join. If I write in here in this case, I can use the format what you told. What was that? Here I can give where account ID in I can give here. Let me explain. He is asking a question: why are you writing two queries? Why don't you put in a single query? Yes, we can do that only when you are comparing with ID. You look at this. Now look at this. Where ID in. Yes, we can do it. But if I want to reuse the same query, same data, what should I do? Now, in the next query also, I want to use the same account query. Then what will I do? I have to rewrite it. Reusability is not there. Reusability is not there. That's the reason I have given two queries so that I can reuse the same query once again in different functionality. Second point, if you are giving, I told you, if you are comparing with a list of S object, you can only compare with ID. You can only compare with the ID. Account ID in this. We are only comparing with the ID field. What if you want to compare with any other field? Then this query will not follow. This query will not be suitable. Then I have to go for this format again. You get my point? If I break them into two queries, it's a reusability. It is a reusability. If I want to break them, are you clear about this? Are you clear
Yes,
about this? Okay.
yes,
Now,
yes.
let us go to the next one. We have a like operator. I hope people have followed this, boss. So we
Sir,
have
I have one.
one minute. In is called semi join. Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, opportunity is a child of account, right? So can we use like a account dot something like that? I have seen something like that.
No, no. It will not work out. Right. Now let us take a example. Let us take an example. Next example. Like operator. Like operator. What is a like operator? Like operator. What is a like operator? Like operator is like operator. If you want to compare, if you want to compare, if you want to compare, if you want to compare the value with a string, if you want to compare, if you want to compare, if you want to compare string value, then I'll use. If you want to compare string value, if you want to use, if you want to compare string value, if you want to compare string value, we use the like operator. We have percentage symbol, we have underscore. Percentage means any number of characters. Underscore means single character. Percentage means any number of characters. Underscore means single character. Percentage any number of characters. Underscore single character. Right. Then what happened here? Look at this format. I'm giving where name starts starts with S. Where name like S percentage. Then I gave where name starts with next one. Name ends with S. Where name contains S. Name names contain third character as K. One, two, third character is K. Third character is K. Now, if you want to compare with this thing, if you want to compare with any other string, if you want to compare with the string format, then we use like, where name like, where name like, where name like. Right. Let us take this. People are good with this. Name like, this is how we are finding. Now, let us make one meaningful example. Let us make one meaningful example. I hope you followed these points here, right? This is clear. Where name contains third character means underscore underscore K. Okay. Where last but one character is S. Second character from say where name like percentage. Then I told second character second character from the last is S. After S, there is one more character. So underscore means one character. Percentage means anything. Underscore means one character. Percentage means underscore is one character. Percentage means everything. Now let me give you a quick use case here. Try to understand this use case. I'll be covering all the points whatever I have given till now. Try to take this example. Listen everyone. Listen everyone. I am creating a pick list first. Listen to the requirement carefully. Now I am creating a pick list option. How do you create a pick list option? This is how I'm treating. So select option OP equal to new option. Now I'm creating a VF page. Then I have input text value equal to fx select list size equal to 1. Value equal to options. Then I give some command button. Try to get the point what I'm trying to convey. Is very, very important. This concept is the maximum complexity what you can write in Sokl. Rest all the things are going to be very straight away queries because where conditions. I give a name. I put in the reverse way. Now starts with yes. Exact match of essay. Contains yes. Then click on this. Now based on these options, I have to form a Sokl query. If I say contains essay, then what should I do? Where name like star essay star. If I say starts, where name like percentage, okay, S star. If I say ends. Now, can you form a single query for this? Can I form a single query? It is not possible. It is not possible to form a single query because when I say name starts with where name like name end with name like name exactly name equal to name contains name like percentage s percentage. Now we are not sure which where condition to apply. Which where condition I have to apply? It depends upon option what you selected. Then is it a fixed query? It is not a fixed query. It is not a fixed query. Why? Because the where condition is changing based on the option what you selected. It is not a fixed query. The where condition is changing based on the option what you selected. It is not a fixed query. Where condition is changing based on the option what you selected. It is not a fixed query. Where condition is changing based on the option what you selected. Are you getting my point? Now, how do you make it? We have to form like a dynamic Sokl query. How do you form like a dynamic Sokl query? Listen carefully, boss. Listen carefully. Very important concept. Very important concept. Listen carefully. I told string query. First I'll take. Okay, let me start with the basic. String query. Select name. This is the query I wrote. Then I'm giving system.debug. Query equal to query plus where name equal to. Now I want to give where name equal to single quote, because if you want to compare with a string, what should I do? Single quote, right? Where name in single quote. But if I write where name in single quote execute, it is throwing error message. Closing quote is missing. So I give closing quote also, one more extra single quote I give. What it is giving? Unexpected total. Why? Because when I give a single quote, it will not print a single quote. It will consider that end of the string or start of the string. Wherever I write a single quote, it will consider it as a start of the string or a end of a string. Wherever I write a single quote, it will consider it as a start of the string or end of the string. Now what I want, I don't want to take it as a start or end. I want to print the single quote. So if you want to print the single quote, I have to take slash single quote slash single quote. When I say slash single quote, it will print a single quote. When I say slash single quote, it will print the single quote. Let me give you the output. Execute. What happened? Where name equal to single quote, Wipro single quote. Are you getting my point? Getting my point? Where name equal to single quote, Wipro single quote. Why? Because slash single quote will print the single quote. Why did you take a query like a string, boss? If it is a fixed query, I will write it. But query is not fixed. The query will be formed based on the option we have selected. That is the reason I have to form the query like a string. In the string, if you want to print a single quote, I have to take slash single quote. In the string, if you want to print a single quote, I have to print a slash single quote, right? Okay. Now all of you write this query now. I want to form this query. Form this query. Form this query.
Satish,
Yeah.
here name is equals to Wipro means he can search with any characters, right? From the account object, he can search with any characters. With the
No.
name
See.
SS, suppose if he search.
Now, to achieve that basic, I'm giving now. To achieve that
Okay,
functionality, this is a basic. How to concatenate the single quotes I'm giving.
okay.
query equal to select name industry from account where rating equal to slash single quote select name history from account where rating equal to slash single quote hot quote. This is what I'm doing. I hope you're good with this. Clear for everyone? Right. The same thing, I will make it as a dynamic now. Look at the dynamic name. My rating equal to hot. Then how do you make it? The same first query I'm writing here. String query equal to select name industry from account where now it is not a fixed value. Rating is not a fixed value. Whatever the value that is there in my rating, I have to use it. Then where rating equal to slash single quote plus rating equal to slash single quote plus. So what is the output we are going to get here? What is the output we are going to get? Look at this. Where rating equal to single quote rating equal to single quote my rating hot plus slash single quote plus string. What is that? Slash single quote. You are going to get like this. Are you getting my point? If you want to embed the variable, if you want to take the value from variable, here straight away I gave. Here I am not taking straight away. I am taking the value from a variable and I am using it. Here I give straight away value. Here I am not giving a straight away value. I am taking the value from a variable and using it. Now tell me how the query is going to be. Where rating equal to slash single quote means single quote. This is the start of the string. This is the end of the string. Start of the string, end of the string. Okay. Plus my rating. What is the value of my rating? Plus slash single quote. This is how where rating equal hot. Am I clear? Is that was clear? Okay. Now let us take the next one. Complete the second query. Now write the second query. So how do you write it? String query equal to select name industry from account where rating equal to slash single quote plus rating plus slash single quote and industry equal to slash single quote plus these are very big. So how will you give it? Tell me now, how do you give it? Where rating equal to slash single quote rating. What is the value of rating? 1 slash single quote and industry equal to slash single quote plus energy plus slash single quote. Are you getting my point? Now look at the query and append the single quotes properly. This is the query. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now come back to our main query. What is our main query? I hope you followed this. I hope you followed this, Amma. Right.
Sati,
Yes.
can you explain again the code notation? How you use that?
I'll give you here. Look at this. Now, public void search. I'm giving string query. I'll try to display it here first. Now I'm giving query equal to select ID name. Till here, anyone has any query? No query, right? Straight away query we wrote. I hope no query in this one. Now what are the possible values we can give? If selected equal to, in the pick list, if the option what you selected, in the pick list, if the option what you selected is contains, then what is the query you are writing? Query equal to query plus. That means select ID comma name comma phone from account plus where name like slash single quote means single quote will come percentage close plus search text plus percentage slash single quote. Now how this query will be? Look at this query where name like slash single quote is single quote percentage, then it is end of the string, right? Where name like percentage end of the string, percentage after percent single quote end of the string. Then I told search text, let us say ABC plus percentage slash single quote will give you single quote. Then what is that? Percentage ABC percentage. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point here? Is that was clear? So, look at the format, next format. Else if selected equal to starts, then how you give? Query equal to query plus where name like single quote percentage starts with, right, search text plus percentage slash. Now is this like slash single quote means single quote search text ABC percentage slash single quote, right? Okay. Then go to the next one. Ends. For equal to replace where name like plus ends means percentage search text. Else, final one. Else means exact match. If it is exact match, what happens? Equals to or equal to query plus where name equal to slash single quote plus so. Now, this is how I give. Now go back to the VF page. Now let us see this. If the query is formed properly, then executing it is very simple. Maximum complexity will be this. Starts with select. I'll give break here. What is the query? Select ID comma name comma phone from account where name like percentage SA percentage. Am I right? So what was that? Percentage single quote percentage SA single quote. Starts SA percentage. Exact equals to SA. Ends. Are you getting? Why? Because the query where condition is not same. It is not the same where condition what I am using. Where condition is changing based on your input. As the query is changing based on your input, I cannot take a fixed query. The query is changing, the where condition is changing based on your input. There is a reason I cannot take a fixed query. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? There is a reason I have taken this. Now look at this code. Once again, I will give. We have not executed the program. We only formed the query. Once again, look at this. Tell me, how do you write it? Where name like slash single quote means single quote. This is the start of the string. This is the end of the string. Okay. Where name like string closed. Search text. I gave SA. Then plus single quote start of the string, single quote end of the string. So what is that? Percentage slash single quote. What we are getting? Single quote percentage SA percentage single quote. The same thing if I go to next one. Here name like single quote search text SA plus percentage single quote. I hope you're good. Third one. Where name like single quote, percentage. Then what is search text? SA/ single quote. Now what is the query we have? Where name equal to / single quote, search text SA/ single quote. I hope you're good. So we are getting, boss, you are searching. When you're searching, they're asking, you want to search with the exact match, or you want to search which contains, or you want to search which starts or which ends. Exact match, partial match, or starts or ends. I hope you are good with this. Now, once you have done this, we have to execute the query. We'll see that execution in the next class. But I hope this is clear for everyone. People are clear for everyone? Very, very, very important format. Dynamic queries will be formed in the same way. You need to understand this. Dynamic subqueries will be formed in the same way. Right. Any query on this? People have followed? People have followed? Right. So we'll see how to execute. If not, I'll just show a quick example. 1 minute. I'll show the output. We'll re-explain once again tomorrow, but I'll show the output now. I'm going to give accounts dot database dot query. If it is a string which is formed, if you form the query like a string, then what should I use? Database dot query string. If it is a string, I have to give database dot query string. Then I have industry rating 4. We'll see once again, but let us quickly have a overview of the output. Contains the gas. The following 3 records contains the gas. Start with Gini point. Exact match of Wipro. Contains yes. All the record which contains S. All the records which start with E. All the records which end with T. Are you getting my point? Yeah. Right. We'll see the execution one more time. But I hope you got my point. This is the generally used search operation. Right, boss? I hope you are good with this. Right? We'll continue in the next session.